Well, I think this year, refuge in a bag is something that I see from a trait standpoint that's really going to change the dynamics again and of how farmers get access to genetics and technology. And so that coming on board in multiple different technologies is going to be exciting and challenging, but exciting, I think, for the farmers, for seed companies, and for the industry as a whole. When I look at genetics, obviously we're excited about new products we're bringing forward from our company, but I think also the way I look at that is the excitement for each individual company. What's important for their part of the business, their segment of the industry, their customer base, and so excited about where those opportunities are for people. Well, I think first, always do what you do best. Recognize where your strengths are and build on those strengths. And I think whether you're the large multinational company or you're a small regional company or an organic company, find that niche, find that value, and go drive that success. That's the value you can bring to the farmer. Well, I think first off, we're going to start to see additional agreements that come out that have specific needs and specific uses and specific responsibilities. More niche type things when you look at the drought resistance products, how they fit, how you manage those, or for the output traits, how those work for people. So I think when people look at those agreements and how they're defined, they just need to make sure that they're working within the parameters of those agreements and being responsible to those. Well, I always tell people, read those agreements, and I know people at times look up and get frustrated because they're books. But I think if you read through them, identify the value that they bring. Also, identify the challenges or the responsibilities that you have on those agreements, and follow through on those. Get the most out of the agreement, just like you should get the most out of the genetics or the traits you're using. And I think agreements have to be looked at the same way. Well, I think it depends who you are. I think there's going to be more genetics available for farmers, but I also would say that in some cases people will see decreases because not all genetics are going to be able to get on all traits. And so it is an interesting issue. I think we have more genetics out there when we look at it globally. But in the United States, when 90% of the corn is planted to traits, then depending on what genetics can get on those traits, you could see in certain areas a decrease in availability due to that complexity. Illinois Foundation Seed, and I'm very proud to say, will be 75 years old this year, so we're going to celebrate that in 2012. Our company was really started as a co-op to support seed companies and was owned by seed companies as a co-op. Converted in 1993 to a corporation, but still has the foundation of really seed companies or past seed companies owners that are involved. We have a diverse ownership in our company, and no one can have a controlling position in it. So we're a very independent company that gets to focus on delivering value to seed companies. We also make sure that we're working with multiple trait providers, multiple genetic suppliers, and so we are an independent organization and truly work hard at driving our independence from that standpoint. I think the other thing that's exciting about our company is we have a sweet corn division and a dent corn or field crops division, as we call it. And when we think of that, it's really not like being in corn and soybeans. It's being in the vegetable business in corn, and it's being in the commercial business. The great advantage, I believe, in that is it's corn. And so when we look at new technologies for breeding, we can implement those in both our sweet corn business and our dent corn business. Traits are coming on board in our sweet corn business. Well, we have a lot of experience in the trait business, and so we can utilize that experience so that they don't have to go through that learning curve, and can really, I think, help strengthen that goes forward for our sweet corn business. So our company, I think, is unique that we're owned by majority of seed corn companies, but also is very independent to go drive the business for the success of not only our customers, but also our owners. Oh, huge role. So for our company, a significant well, 50% of our sweet corn business is done globally. So, we've been doing that for years. We understand the global business. Our dent corn business, about 20% of our business is outside of the United States. We see that as great opportunities and challenges both at the same time. As we look at that, it's a great opportunity for us. We can supply genetics to the big multinational companies and also the small independent companies because of our independence. And that brings us opportunities to partner and work in relationships. So when a small company needs a hybrid product for their specific area, we can service that. But also a multinational company, we're probably one of the best companies to work with because we aren't competing with them. We are actually helping them, and we can help them at the same time help one of their biggest competitors in a different way by licensing our inbreds.